We are back at it once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is time once again for another Smackdown review. Do apologize. I just recently had to lay down to rest my eyes for a couple of minutes. I do apologize for how quiet I am. But let's get on with the show. The show started off with Eric Rowan. He was talking, and then Bryan came out, and he challenged Eric Rowan to a match, which led to Eric Rowan versus Daniel Bryan, and Eric Rowan got the win thanks to Luke Harper. Thanks to Luke Harper's interference. Roman Reigns came out to make the save because Harper and Rowan were going to gang up on Daniel Bryan 2-on-1. And Daniel Bryan is now officially turned into a babyface. So Daniel Bryan has now turned face. So it seems like the new Daniel Bryan is dead. And now we can welcome back the real Daniel Bryan. Oh, excuse me. Kofi Kingston had a talk about Brock Lesnar when it comes to his WWE Championship match next week. I just don't see Kofi. I don't see Kofi retaining. I think it's pretty much a given that Brock Lesnar is winning. Next, we had Chad Gable. He came out to have a bit of a talk. And Mike Kanellis, who he was taking on, ends up interrupting him, and the match between those two ends in under a minute. Yes, this match basically ends in under a minute. And I kind of feel bad for Mike, because the thing is that he signed for about 5 years? Signed for WWE for a 5-year contract. And then for some reason they're treating him like this. I don't know, I just thought it was a bit weird. And also, can WWE please knock it off with the short jokes? It's not funny anymore. Well, actually, it never was. So, please, can they stop with the short jokes on Chad Gable, please? Next, we had Sasha Banks and Bayley taking on Charlotte and Carmella. This was a pretty decent match, but Sasha Banks and Bayley get the win here. Sasha Banks taps out Carmella to the bank statement. R-Truth carries Carmella and gets her away from all the women chasing Carmella, who has the 24/7 championship. All women such as Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. Yeah, those are the names that were chasing the 24/7 championship. So next we had Ali taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Actually, before that, Becky Lynch came out and saved Charlotte from a 2-on-1 assault on Sasha and Bayley. Next we had Ali taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura wins with a Kinshasa knee strike. So much for Vince McMahon liking Ali, because here's the thing: if Vince McMahon was such a huge fan of Ali, then why isn't Ali winning? I get it. The one thing I understand is that this is the one thing I've been asking for WWE to do for a while, and that's actually make their champions look strong. So I guess I'm kind of happy. I guess I am happy that Nakamura won, but I'm also kind of angry that I'm hearing people say, "Oh, Vince is a big fan of Ali," and now I'm watching Ali, losing. Next match was the New Day. They took on the B Team, and I'm going to say this right now. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. The B Team had the match won. Okay, the B Team, they had the match won, and then for some stupid reason, they decided to do the B Train They run around the ring doing the B train, and that ultimately costs them the match. I mean, like, what the hell? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing stupid stuff like this when you had the match won? You had the match in the palm of your hands against the New Day. And you go ahead and do something stupid like that to ultimately lose the match. Midnight Hour. I thought it was called Up, Up, Down, Down. Oh well. But the Midnight Hour on Bo Dallas and the New Day win. Next we had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville backstage. Sonya looking very annoyed. And Mandy Rose is passing out magazines to people backstage. And Sonya is getting all paranoid at Mandy. And Otis from Heavy Machinery appears to ask for a selfie with Mandy. Mandy gives this to him, which was a bit of a surprise to me because, well, I know Otis has a crush on her because I've heard about it, but I'm actually quite surprised they actually literally had her just agree to give Otis what he wanted. I thought Mandy was going to be the typical, I'm so sexy, I don't need a selfie. Well, whatever. She took the selfie with Otis, and Sonya was quite annoyed by this. So it seems like they're teasing a breakup, possibly. And Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire, they took on the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. Now, can I ask this question? This was the one thing I noticed. They mixed Kairi and Asuka's themes together, and they mixed Mandy and Sonya's themes together. Is this becoming a new trend now when it comes to tag teams, so you just got to mix both of their themes together? In my opinion, pick a theme and stick with it. That's just what I would do in my personal opinion. So, here's the thing. This is another thing I didn't like about, and that was this tag team match. Mandy Rose. Now, I'm not blaming this on Mandy Rose at all. I know she has to do her job. But I want to straight up say that Mandy Rose completely annoyed me in this match. Despite that I'm a big fan of hers. Again, I'm not blaming this on her. Don't think I'm being mean by saying nasty things here. But Mandy Rose looked like a complete idiot in this match because she was too busy with her freaking magazine. She was so busy with her magazine. She signed a magazine. She was waving it in Kairi Sane's face, which ultimately led to Kairi Sane kicking it out of her hand. Mandy couldn't stay focused on the match. She was too busy with her bloody magazines, which ultimately cost her the match. She gets pinned from the Kairi Sane insane elbow. Now again, the same thing with Ali. I keep hearing people telling me Vince is a huge fan of Mandy Rose. If Vince is such a fan of Mandy Rose, why is she taking pinfalls? Why is she losing? If Vince is supposed to be a huge fan of God's greatest creation, clearly he's not. Because she's been losing for the last 3 weeks since Clash of Champions? She's been losing every match she's been in, except that one tag team match that she beat Alexa Bliss just to get a title match at Clash of Champions, but she's been losing ever since. If Vince is such a fan of Mandy, why is she losing, and why does she not have a title around her waist? Yeah. So before people tell me that Vince McMahon is a big fan of Mandy Rose, I'm gonna completely tell you people, how come she doesn't have a title around her waist? You can't tell me different that Vince McMahon does not like Mandy Rose. I'm fully convinced that Vince is not a Mandy Rose fan. And I'm gonna stick by that claim until I start seeing Mandy Rose getting wins. And considering that Mandy Rose was the one that got pinned, to me it feels like they could be breaking up Fire and Desire, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm perfectly fine with it. I would move Mandy Rose to Raw because there's rumors going around that Corey Graves is going to be on the Smackdown roster. I would move Mandy Rose to the Raw roster just so then you can, because I just think it's better. I think that's a better idea, because in that way Corey Graves won't be a complete tight ass and be cringy as hell when it comes to Mandy Rose. Oh yeah, and by the way, Corey Graves is a complete freaking ass. By the way, if you guys did not know, because you guys know me, I'm not a big Corey Graves fan. I want to mention this real quick. Sasha Banks, when she came out, Corey Graves was being a total asshole. When Sasha Banks made her entrance, Corey called Sasha Banks a detestable human being. Yeah. She's a heel. She's a heel. And here I am, Corey Graves, saying that here comes the detestable Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is such a detestable human being. And I'm like, why are you calling her that? She's a heel. You're supposed to support her. It's mind-bogglingly stupid to me. The New Day match. Byron Saxton gets up and down celebrating that he's happy to see the New Day. Corey Graves tells him to shut up and stop being an idiot. And then Mandy Rose comes out. Oh, Corey Graves has to be all fired up for Mandy Rose. What a freaking hypocrite. Friggin' hypocrite, I swear. Telling off Byron Saxton that he can't get excited for the New Day. And here he is having a massive boner for bloody Mandy Rose. Please. Get Corey Graves off commentary. For the love of Christ. Get this guy off of commentary. And I'm tired of him. I literally am tired of him. And the main event was Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. They settled the lawsuit. And Kevin Owens is going to take on Shane McMahon in a ladder match. Is that if Shane McMahon was to win, Kevin Owens would remain fired and he would drop the lawsuit. But if Kevin Owens would win, Shane McMahon is fired. And the final thing that happened was Becky Lynch backstage. She has a quick interview with whoever it was. I think it was Kayla Braxton. Talking about Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks attacks Becky Lynch from behind, which leads to the closing segments where there's like this cage wall, and Sasha Banks starts grinding Becky's face against the steel wall that happened to be there as a little example of the Hell in a Cell match. So yeah, that was everything, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I'm hearing a lot of people continuously complain about how Sasha Banks has looked weak. Guys, Sasha Banks has not looked weak. She's been looking absolutely strong since her return. Let alone, she's even strong now after tapping out Cross, attacking Alexa, and tapping out Carmella. And then getting her revenge on Becky Lynch at the end of the show. So no, Sasha Banks has not looked weak at all. Anyway guys, that is all I've got for you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below. And I'll see you all in my next video, which I am going to be planning my draft predictions video very shortly, which will definitely be happening either tomorrow or next week. Alright, I'll see you guys then.